Baraka Shalom, Shalom, Shalom is on. Hallelujah. Hey, y'all. Back in the lab once again. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Let's get it in. We're going to dive in this word for real again. Ashley Ash, Big Troy, y'all. Cole's in the building. Y'all chiming in this evening, huh? Donna Foster, what's up? Shalom, Baraka Shalom. It's on. We going for it. We trying to get saved for real around here, Donna. We are not playing, not even a little bit. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't doing the religious stuff. We finna get it in. Y'all roll up your spiritual sleeves. We finna go down again. Ty, I love that you messing with me consistently. I love that. I love that. Keep it up. You know, you got a high call on your life, young lady. That's why the devil want to kill you. But you belong to the Most High. You got his blood. You from the bloodline, and you got the faith. You keep doing what you're doing. Because you know I be swinging hard. The Most High got me not playing at all. And you hanging with me. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what it takes. See, you almost make me want to change my message because you want, but I can't. But you know, the Most High love you, girl. You already know you belong to him. Hallelujah, and you are part of the team too. Nye, what is that? Nye, die. Hey, hang out with us. Hang out with us because it's finna go down for real. Y'all push y'all share button like Ty just did. Push the share button. Let's send it global because we're finna get in the word. It's fundamental teaching, but it's the real kind. So it's gonna shake up your flesh for real. Your flesh does not win when y'all got me doing what I'm doing. Derek, I like your name, man. I wear the same name. You hear me? Thanks for chiming in, Mr. Crowder. All right, let's dive into this word, y'all. Let's see what happens, right? Watch this. Let's go to 2 Timothy 2. Let's go to 2 Timothy 2. And we're going to start at the 7th verse. See, y'all, I be wanting to just teach so much all at one time. Anyway, let's look at it for what it really is. We ain't going to play the church game. Let's look at it for what it really is. 2 Timothy 2, starting the 7th verse. Look what it says. It says, consider what I say, and y'all give the understanding in all things. Okay, so now we're going to take in consideration what's finna happen, right? Miss Cash, thanks for chiming in. So, 2 Timothy 2 and 7. Consider what I say. And now we're finna talk, y'all. And y'all give the understanding in all things. So take it in consideration, and then the Most High can open up your understanding. Shalom, Rhea. My coat, my sister in this thing. Hallelujah. Remember that Yahushua HaMashiach of the seed of David was raised from the dead according to my gospel. Why he threw in his genealogy if it don't matter? But anyway, he threw in the Mashiach's genealogy. And how that he was raised from the dead according to my gospel. Why did he have to be raised from the dead? Because this thing gets real. We ain't going to play with it. This thing gets real. He had to be raised from the dead for a reason. Is it because he got killed? Remember that Yahushua HaMashiach of the seed of David was raised from the dead according to my gospel. We talking about the real gospel, y'all. Wherein I suffered trouble. Now he's bringing himself into it. He's talking about our Savior that is dead. Funeral already jumped off. Right? Based on the gospel, the true death, burial, and resurrection. Could we stop being religious minded and understand the fact the life of the Messiah ended in death? And now that Shaul, they call him Paul, is bringing him up in a letter to Timothy, right? He's bringing him up saying that he had to be raised from the dead because they killed him. Then he went on in the 9th verse to say, wherein I suffer trouble. Now he said, now they after me. Wherein I suffer trouble as an evildoer. Even unto bonds, they arrested me. I'm going to jail about this. Wherein I suffer trouble as an evildoer. I'm not living wrong. I'm fighting for Yah. I'm fighting that souls be saved. How in the world I end up in jail? How did that happen? What is going on earth that he was in the world and the world was made by him? And when he was in the world, they killed him. What is going on planet Earth that the creator of the earth came to earth and got killed? And that's worse than the CEO moving from Beverly Hills to West Oakland and get killed. That's pretty bad too. The guy that owned all the stuff. But we talking about Yachanan 1 or John 1 and 10 say he was in the world and the world was made by him and the world knew him not. So the one that made the world was in the world and we know that they killed him. He was found fashioned as a man and they killed him. Starting back at the 7th verse, I want y'all to get this, right? 2 Timothy 2, starting at the 7th verse. Consider what I say. And Yah give the understanding in all things. Do you want understanding so we can change like we should? Quit living in sin and feeling sorry for our flesh? Do y'all want to get saved for real? Well, let's talk about it. Then consider what I say. Because if you consider what's being said, then Yah can give you understanding in all things. You won't run around here wondering why me, poor little me. You won't be overemphasizing on your marriage. I'm not saying you don't care about your marriage. I'm not saying you don't care about your family. Of course you do. Something wrong with you if you don't. But you need to put things in its proper perspective, because Shaul even wrote, he said, they that are married be as though you're not, because marriage is temporary, just made for this plane. And what's most important is your soul. And we got to get that. And we got to know that our souls is in danger because of our willingness to go against our Creator. We will go against our Creator to go to bed with somebody or to get some money or to act a fool if we think somebody crossed us. Won't we? Don't we? We got to cut that stuff out. Come on. Now let's deal with it. Cause we playing for all the marbles today. We running out of time. We need Yah on our side, and we don't need to have a form of Yah in it. We don't need this religious stuff. We need to get saved for real. Come on, Colt Don. Thanks for chiming in. See, Cole's with me. Consider what I say. Are you going to consider it? Because if you consider it, you're going to start pondering changing. If you consider the word when it comes in its purest form of what's really going on, the first thing it's going to do is challenge you to change. And if you achieve the state of mind to be willing to change, to lay your life down, that's when the Most High will open up your understanding in all things. I'm talking about all things. He will not withhold nothing good from you. If you're going through a whole lot, right, he said, count it all joy when you fall into divers temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have a perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, lacking nothing. Right? He said, if any man lack wisdom, let him ask of Yah, who giveth liberty to all men and upbraideth not. He's not going to hold it back. He said, but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For let not him think that he can ask anything of Yah if you're not asking in faith, if you're going against him while you're asking. You got a bunch of questions of why you're going through what you're going through, why you screwing, why you lying, why you getting drunk and high. Get that crap out of your mind at work. He's having mercy on you if he don't kill you when you're in a state like that. He's having mercy on you. Pastor Gillette, my all main corner is coming in now. Thanks for hanging out with us. But listen, I'm trying to get this. Look. 2 Timothy 2, y'all, and 2. Consider what I say. Now watch this. You got to take it into consideration. Because if the word is coming for real, it will cause you to ponder your own life and make the necessary adjustments. That's the goal here tonight. Consider what I say, and Yah give the understanding in all things. You ain't going to be guessing. No more guesswork. You will not start navigating towards becoming religious, resurrecting a bunch of carnal commandments, thinking that is relevant to your salvation. Miss me with that. It's time to get saved for real. The old covenant, the Torah, was a shadow of the new covenant, and the new covenant is just a completion of the old. I just want to make that clear. The new covenant is not a new covenant in the retrospect that is in and of itself another gospel. No, it is the completion of Torah. It is the revelation of Torah. It is the fulfillment of Torah. Same went from a preliminary contract to a final contract. And the final contract, see, look, would y'all get this so I can keep teaching? Listen, get this part in. Listen to this. If the problem in the beginning was sin, and it wasn't no 10 commandments like that, it wasn't no fringes, it wasn't none of that. None of it. So why do you believe that it's a part of your salvation now? It never was. It was leading us, taking us. It was a shadow of the rescue mission. Well, the rescue mission is here. So let me teach this, y'all. I can get deeper on that, but that's really not the whole message. That's just a nugget. But let's go here. Because I got to rescue our Hebrew brothers and sisters that's finding out who they are, and they're falling right back up under the law. Do you not hear the law? Are you kidding me right now? Don't do that. I'm trying to help you. Don't do that. But let's do this. Consider what I say. I'm talking about these scriptures right here, right? Consider what I say. And Yah give the understanding in all things. Did you hear what he said? He's going to give you understanding in all things. If you consider this, if you ponder this, right? Remember that Yahushua HaMashiach, of the seed of David, was raised from the dead according to my gospel. They brought his genealogy in, and they said that he got killed. How did they say that? Because he got raised from the dead. Y'all know the gospel. He was killed. So this stuff is serious, because in the 9th verse, he said, wherein I suffer trouble. So he's admitting that our perfect example got killed for the gospel. And he's now in trouble himself. He's in trouble currently as he's writing this. I'm in trouble now being judged as an evildoer. I ain't done nothing wrong. I love the brethren. I love the Most High. I'm preaching, I'm teaching, I'm doing everything I know how to be saved and to save others. Not only am I saved, I'm going out of my way to save others. And now I am suffering trouble as an evildoer, even onto bonds. That means handcuffs, y'all. That means he went to jail. He didn't do nothing wrong. That man is sticking up for the Most High. The most honest dude you can be around. He ain't trying to sleep with your wife. He ain't trying to take your money. He ain't shooting at nobody, doing drugs, getting drunk or high. He not living for himself, for his own pleasure. But he ended up in jail. Being judged as an evildoer, but the word of Yah is not bound. He wasn't tripping off his own person. Because there's a bigger picture. See, when you get saved for real, you're baptized into his death. Your life is no longer your own, and you're not tripping on that level. You're not tripping on that level. That's why I can't afford to keep watching my brothers and sisters go up under the law. Because you're missing the boat. You're missing the whole bigger picture. Why would you lead a Mashiach to get entangled in but see, I'm not going to teach on that right now. I'm pushed a little bit, but I'm not going there right now. I will go there. I've been there, and I'll go again. But let's just deal with this, right? Look, remember Yahushua. Look, he's not talking this friendly stuff. It's super friendly for us. But this goody two-shoes stuff, he's talking this man got killed and was raised from the dead according to my gospel. The gospel has a get-up power from death. Death is not the final. Death is actually the entry to eternal life. But let's deal with the reality of the death part. He's talking about a guy that got killed and was raised up. And now he's admitting that he's in trouble. His life is in danger. He's in trouble. He went to jail, didn't do nothing wrong, but he's not tripping because he's not carnal like that no more. He's not living for himself no more. He's a man on a mission. He's been bought with a price. He belongs to the Most High. You ain't gonna catch him at the club. You ain't gonna catch him at the club. He ain't tripping off being at the club. You're not gonna catch him in the car with 4 little chicks with the miniskirt on. That's not his hype. You ain't gonna see him at the club Saturday and he gonna show up for church Sunday with all. You ain't gonna find him in the parking lot cussing and acting a fool. He ain't into none of that. None. Get the true gospel, right? Look, consider what I say. Remember the 7th verse? Consider what I say, and Yah give you understanding in all things. So let's get understanding. In all thy getting, get understanding. Let's understand that we're talking about a man that died so you can live. Talking about the Messiah, who he worked for, and now he's in trouble, and he ain't even tripping. Like the Messiah didn't trip, because in the word said, who for the joy, Hebrews 12, I believe it is, right? Yeah. Who for the joy that was set before him endured what they call the cross, the torture stake, right? Who for the joy, what was the joy? To rescue his brethren, to obey the Most High. The Mashiach, who for the joy that was set before him endured being killed. Teaching to a people, feeding a people that turned around and said, crucify him, crucify. I just fed you. I just preached to you. I just healed your family member. And you hollering, crucify him? And he said, forgive them. Forgive them. They don't even know what the heck they doing. They so twisted and messed up in their doggone head. They wasn't saved yet. The Ruach HaKodesh hadn't fell on them yet, right? Because now we know better. You can't play that now. You mess around and play that, you're going to end up you ain't going to like yourself when it's over. But he's in trouble, 9th verse, right? When I suffer trouble as an evildoer. People think I'm evil because what I'm preaching, how I preach, what I say, they're used to more churchy type nice stuff. They want to name it and claim it. They want to get good credit from Yah. They want somebody to fix their marriage when they scandalous and a crackhead. No, you need to get your soul fixed. You don't need your credit fixed. You don't need to march around a house and claim it. You need to get out of the bed with them little children with your scandalous self. You need to leave them boys alone, preacher. Brother, get out the bed with that man. That's what you need. You don't need new shoes or a suit or new job. Claim that job right now. Leave that job alone because you're going to date another man on that job, bruh. That's not what you need. But that's another message. Wherein I suffer trouble as an evildoer, because he ain't doing none of that. I'm suffering trouble as an evildoer, even on the bonds, but the word is not bound. So the main thing is the word that will save your soul. What will the word do? It sounds like I'm fussing, y'all. I'm trying to get us to stop sinning so he can come get us up out of this mess we in. Okay? That's the goal. That's the goal of the gospel. Period.com. Right? So he's suffering trouble. He not tripping because the word is going forth. 10th verse, right? Therefore, I endure all things for the elect's sake. Look at his state of mind. Okay, look. I'm suffering as an evildoer. I'm preaching about someone that already got killed. I'm not running because he got killed. I'm not tucking tail. I'm not saying, no, this is too much for me. I didn't sign up for all this. No, I can't. What? The Messiah got killed? And I'm going to follow him? Now they're going to kill me too. He was up there, yeah, I'm ready to die. Yeah, I'm rolling with this. I'm in trouble now. I'm in jail now. I ain't done nothing wrong, but I'm not tripping because the word is going forth because we can only stay here but for a second, y'all. How many funerals you been to? How many kinfolk do you go visit their grave? You ain't staying here. What would it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? You need the truth preached to you. It's time out for this game, y'all. Want to shack up. You got... Oh, my goodness, I ain't going there. Listen. Therefore, I endure all things for the elect's sake. Look what he said. I endure all things. Why? Because I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for them. I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahushua HaMashiach with eternal glory. I'm enduring. I'm running my lane. I'm doing my job. I'm walking in the call on my life so you can get saved. Because I'm already saved. So you can get saved. So someone can start preaching the truth and stop this religious social club, this big social club movement that's filled with paganism. But see, when you are part of the religious club, you don't look at it like that. Because you heck of religious and you get to sin a little bit because you're only human. That's what you want to hear. So you love Christmas and you can't wait till Halloween get here. You finna be a little devil with a big old butt, all red, shiny, looking all juicy. You ready to be a pimp on Halloween? You don't care about the kid. You don't care how satanic it is. You come on. Can we talk the truth? You Easter, what they got to do with resurrection? But when you caught up into that, when you marry the doctrine, the false doctrine of once saved, always saved, you love that type stuff. You love the fact that you think you're going to heaven and live like the devil because that's what they're preaching, not knowing that the gospel concept has been switched. And who switched it was the devil, and he started to switch in the garden when he told Eve, thou shalt not surely die. He was lying then, he's still lying now. So, consider what I say, and y'all give you understanding in all things. Remember, Yahudah died for this thing. Now I'm in trouble. I'm in jail, I'm in trouble, but I'm not tripping because the word is going forth, right? Therefore, I do all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain salvation, which is in Yahudah, to eternal glory, right? It is a faithful saying. For if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. Did you hear that? Did you hear the if? I'm going to read it again. It is a faithful saying. This is faithful, y'all. You want to be faithful? Listen to how faithful this is. Listen. This is a faithful saying. For if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. Now, should we go to Romans 6 right now? So you can be reminded that we were baptized into his death? Should we do that? Okay, well then let's do it. Why not? Let's go to Romans 6 real quick. I just want to just solidify what we just said right here, right? I just want to show you in Romans 6, right? I don't want to keep y'all all night. I just want to get straight in. I don't want y'all to lose patience with me and leave, right? Romans 6:1. Watch this. Just get the food out of this, right? Look what it says. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Yah forbid. No is the answer, right? How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? So the word is accusing us believers as being dead to sin. Well, you don't hear that in church. You hear you're a sinner saved by grace. This say you're dead to it. You're not a sinner saved by grace. You're an ex-sinner because you're dead to sin. I mean, if we get the word and not let people twist it, we talking about death, burial, and resurrection. We love to blame the death and burial and resurrection on the Messiah, not knowing that we got to be dead, buried, and resurrected too. This is going to say it. Watch. Yah forbid. How should we, the dead to sin, live any longer therein? Know ye not? It's finna tell you now. That so many of us were baptized into Yahushua HaMashiach, were baptized into his death. So we're baptized into his death. Therefore, we are buried with him by baptism where? Into death. That like as the Messiah was raised up from the dead by the Kabah or the glory or the power of the Father, even so we should walk in the newness of life. For if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall also be in the likeness of his resurrection. Did y'all hear that? That's the verse I wanted, the 5th verse. For if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall also be in the likeness of his resurrection. Because watch this. If we're not planted together in the likeness of his death, then we ain't going to be in the likeness of his resurrection. Why folks waiting on the resurrection? They ain't even dead. You still clubbing, thugging, mugging. You still, what? What? Can you cut? Can I go to the strip club with you? No, I can't. Why are you going? Can I smoke it and get high with you and drink it with you? Can I cuss them out too? Can I, what? Can I put on a G-string and take a picture of my growing area and slap it on Facebook too? I can't. You're right, I can't. And I ain't. Why you do it? You're supposed to be dead. So, back to 2 Timothy 2. Look. 11th verse. It is a faithful saying. This is faithful, y'all. For if we be dead with him, you got to be dead, y'all. For if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. If we be dead with him, we're going to live with him. If you ain't dead with him, you shake your body down to the ground. Do what the heck you want to do. Sing until you cry. We get so emotional. Judah can sing too. Don't even know they Judah. They think they Gentiles. But Judah can sing. That's why they're the leading in all sports. They leading and singing and all that. I ain't gonna get into that. I love to talk about that a little deeper. But they the only people that they leading in everything, and people actually die that look like them. When they get too high, they'll snatch you down because they don't want you to know who you are, and they want white supremacy. And I'm not preaching racism at all. I'm telling you the truth. I love white people. They love me, and they know no racism. And I don't want to keep explaining that just because I'm telling the truth. But the only people on the planet that don't have their own name, and the only people don't even have a country backing them. They don't have no army and nothing, but they still here. And they number one hate it. And everyone that's Hebrew know that they hate it and pursued. Money or not. But you're still here because of the mercy of the Most High. He's merciful to his children. But at the end of the day, all can be his children through faith, period. But back to my point. For if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. Look what the next verse say, right? For if we suffer with him, we shall also reign with him. Listen. In order to live this life, you got to suffer. 100%. Hey, look. The word teaches, right, that he that is suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. Because we have an evil nature, a carnal nature, we want to sin. It feels good. It's satisfying. It keeps our pride intact. We get to beat our chest when we're in sin. Sin is gratifying to an evil nature, 100%. When you stop sinning, you suffer loss in the flesh. The flesh want to cuss them out. The flesh want to get freaky with them. The flesh want to get drunk, have all the money, go in floss mode, act like your nose in the air, act like you better than everybody. You want the new stuff because you want to know. We be broke as heck, but we'll put on the clothes like we boss because we want to. You know what the flesh do, right? But when you suffer in the flesh, you go suffer in the flesh when you stop sinning. That's why the word says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation. In other words, you got to grit your teeth, tell yourself no, and obey the Most High. I don't care how you feel about it. Do what the heck he tell you to do, because this is what this is telling you right here, right? Remember, we're at some consider what I say. If you consider what's being taught right now, right, Yah will give you understanding in all things. You'll start feeling sorry for yourself. And you'll obey him with a smile on your face. Who for the joy? You'll have joy in obeying him, even though your flesh is suffering. I'm telling you, he has a joy that surpasses all understanding. Because in understanding, there's no understanding in being happy when you're suffering. There's no understanding in him being judged as an evildoer and is in jail, but he's celebrating that the word is not bound. Because he been transformed by the renewing of his mind, and he on something else. He's a new creation. If any man be in the Messiah, he's a new creation, a new creature. Old things have passed away. What's old? That old stinking thinking, and all things become new. He got a new way of looking at things, right? So this is a faithful saying that if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we suffer with him, we're going to reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us. You need to know that. Or the prophet, man that gain the whole world and lose his soul. You can deny him. Look, he tell you what to do. Because some people ain't willing to go to jail. Some people's not willing to suffer as an evildoer. Some people feel, since I'm doing good, then I expect good to happen. And if good don't happen, I'll leave him. If he don't reward me with good while I'm doing good, then what the heck am I serving him for? See, you got to remember John the Baptist is really Yahudah the Immerser, right? But John the Baptist was a great dude. He was written of in Isaiah 40. The voice of one crying in the wilderness. This was written before he was born type stuff, right? There was a prophecy on his life even before he was born, right? The voice of one crying in the wilderness, right? His first cousin. He knew exactly who he was and who told him to baptize, said, to whom you see the Ruach HaKodesh, the Spirit of the Most High, descending like a dove. It wasn't a dove. It was nosedive, lightweight. Abiding on him is he that baptized with the Ruach HaKodesh, right? He's the one that sent it, but I'm not going to go that deep. But he is the Messiah, right? You're going to know the Messiah when you see that. He saw that. But even before he saw that, when he seen him coming, he said, behold, the Lamb of Yah, he to take away the sins of the world. He had revelation on who he was. Then after he baptized him, the heavens opened up and told him who he was. This is my beloved son. So he knew who he was. But when he went to jail after doing what was right, he got so distraught about it, he sent his disciples to catch up with him to ask him, are you the one or should I be looking for another? Because he expected to do the will of the Most High and be rewarded. But instead, he went to jail and got his head cut off. we do good and we expect, no, you just passing through this joker. You don't know that yet? We're in trouble here. Israel is in big trouble. Read Deuteronomy 28, Leviticus 26. And if you don't believe Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26, just go read the police reports. Go read the hospital reports of the sickest folk on the planet, the most hated folk, the most lied on, the most incarcerated, the most impoverished, the most beat the heck down and don't nobody give a heck. Read that then. Oh, they're going to slide in them rich Jews, the ones that got all the money to print all the money, causing all the wars, causing all this homosexuality, fornication. You going to say that's them? Please. There's some real broke folks running around here, some real hated folks running around here. And if you ever get a leader, they kill them. And if you get someone that you look up to, they're going to snatch them down. Believe it. Don't get it twisted. But if we suffer, look, it's a state of, if we suffer with him, we're going to reign with him. If we deny him, he also going to deny us. When Israel said, crucify him, let his blood be upon us and our children, look at history. Did you know about 30-something years after that, that's when Rome hit Jerusalem? Remember in Matthew 24, when they was talking about showing him the building of the temple, and he told them, see, there shall not be one stone left upon another that shall not be thrown down. And they wanted to know, when shall this be, the sign of thy coming in the other end of the world? Did you know the reason why that temple got thrown down? That was in Jerusalem. He died right after that. The Messiah died right after that. About 30-something years after that is when it happened, when Rome hit Jerusalem and tore the temple down. And all that started happening. They ran into Nigeria hiding, and then Rome caught up with them in the 1600s and shipped them into slavery, right? According to Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26. But the point is, the reason why that happened is because they said, let his blood be upon us and our children. He said, okay, have it your way. You got to watch what you say and what you do. For if we suffer, look, you got to be willing to suffer for the call on your life. It ain't about you getting spanked and getting handled heavily in the bed no more. It ain't about you getting high and being flossed with big rocks and money and record contracts and best rapper. It ain't about that no more. That's that worldly, fleshly. Come on, y'all. Are you kidding me right now? Look at the state of the world. This place is in trouble, and it's because of sin. And in order to go against sin, look, he said, I'm suffering now, and I'm preaching a dead man who they killed before me. This ain't no game. But see, look, in Colossians the 3rd chapter, it say, if you then be risen with him, seek those things which are above. He went on to say, not the things on the earth. Where a man's treasure is, there will his heart be also. If your treasure is here on earth, you're going to sell him out. Remember in the sower went to sow, and it said the cares of this world choked the word, and the person became unfruitful. Did you know the cares of this life will choke the word, and you can become unfruitful? You can start off with the Most High, but then you can start wanting to survive and make it in this world. The devil's looking for a hook to put in you to get you to sell him out. He's looking for, and he'll use anything. He had to wait on Adam to get a wife. And see how that relationship was. He said, okay, now if I get his wife, I probably get him if he like her enough. And sure enough, he liked it. She must have been bad too, huh? Kiava, always a pleasure. Long time, young lady. Oh, but look, he's looking for a hook. To hook you, to snatch you. Look, it says, back to 11 verse, right? 2 Timothy 2 and 11. It said, this is a faithful saying. For if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. Do not expect, this is a faithful saying, y'all. Do not expect to live with him if you're not dead with him. Because remember, the death, burial, and resurrection started with him. He's the first fruit, but we follow suit. We're baptized into his death. And like as he was raised up by the Kabah, by the glory of the Father, even so we should walk in the newness of life. For if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall also be in the likeness of his resurrection. So we have to be dead with him in order to live with him. Then he went further to say, if we suffer, we shall reign with him. If we suffer with him, we're going to reign. If we don't suffer, you don't want to be lonely. You don't want to humble yourself. If you take on the role husband, you got to play the husband role. If you take on the role wife, you got to take the... You can't be talking about him. Look, remember this. That when Adam and Eve sinned, and the snake was right there too, the devil, who'd he get? He punished all three of them. Point all the fingers you want. Whatever your role was, look, if you become a daughter, you got to roll like a daughter. If you become a son, you got to roll like a son. If you become a husband, you got to roll like a husband. If you become a wife, you got to roll like one. If you join a ministry, you got responsibility to the ministry. Some folks rather lead the ministry. No, I don't need that type commitment. Bye. Real talk. Y'all gonna keep going. He gonna move on without you. This is a faithful saying. For if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? You don't want to meet nothing to nobody that calls you to deny him. And to break it down, to deny him is to deny the call and what you should be doing. And the call and what you should be doing is attached to suffering. Just so you know. You're going to suffer the road with him. Because your flesh got a whole nother agenda. The flesh lusts against the spirit. Galatians, the 5th chapter, y'all. The flesh lusts against the spirit against the flesh. These are contrary to one to another, so you can't do what you want to do. That's what the word said. The word said you cannot do what you want to do because the word know you're a sinner. The word know you stingy as I don't know what. And you got a bunch of excuses of why you don't do for Yah. But your receipts tell on you. The restaurant tell on you. The grocery store, the clothing store, the trips, the extra stuff, tell on you. I'm being real. Look. Okay. We're almost done. Let's go. Look. Let me show you something else. And then we're going to get out of here. Well, let me show you this. 1 Peter 4. Look what it say. We're going to get out of here. This is Cephas, y'all. It changed the names to make them look a little different. Make you think they look a little different than what they actually look. But it's cool. Whatever, man. We're going to get the word today, right? Look what it say. 1 Peter 4 and 1. Look what it say. It say, for as much then as the Messiah has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. I just was quoting that, right? Look. It gets so deep. It says, for as much then as the Messiah has suffered. You know what that means? Oh my goodness. For as much. You know how people love to say, I ain't Jesus. You know what I mean? I ain't Jesus. Yeah, okay. Well, listen what this say. This say, for as much then as the Messiah has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise. So the comparison analysis is the Messiah. In the amount of suffering we should be willing to endure. Equivalent. Ooh. Am I making this stuff up? Well, let's read it again. For as much what? Then as the Messiah has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. Philippians said, let the mind that was in Mashiach be in you. We can't stay here. So when you get saved for real, there's a change in agenda. I'm not saying you can't be successful. I'm not saying don't have money and all that, but you should be living for that. And if he bless you, you should be a blessing to ministry so that the word go forth. Your number one agenda should be that the word go forth. That don't mean don't eat a porterhouse steak. That don't mean don't go on vacation. That don't mean that. It could mean, he could tell you don't. Now, don't get it twisted. But that don't mean that necessarily, right? That don't mean don't go get a secular education. That don't mean that. That don't mean that. But that mean that Yah is first. You know how we like to say, we talk good. We know scriptures, don't we? Oh, first seek ye the kingdom of God and his righteousness and all these things. We like to say that. Well, let's do it. You want to do it? You just want to say it. No, I understand. I want to just say it too. I don't want to do that. I want to go to Disneyland. I want to pop my check and go spend it on me. You hear me? Yeah. I want to be like a lot of people. I might not want to I might want to watch TV right now. I had a long day. I'm tired. I might not feel like keep chiming in. I don't get that many likes anyway. My YouTube numbers is low. My YouTube numbers so low. I got hundreds of messages on there with I got some messages on there with no views. They've been up there for months. 0 view. I got, my big ones is 10, 12. Woo! 12 people looked at me on YouTube. I could be doing something else. I need to hire a marketing company. I could be doing something else. But I got to do what he called me to do. For as much, the equivalent to, right? For as much then as the Messiah has suffered for us in the flesh. The equivalent. Arm yourself likewise with the same mind. So I can't cuss you out. I can't sleep with you. I can't gank you for your money. I can't lie to you. I can't lie for you. Can't lie with you. Can't get drunk with you. Can't get high with you. I ain't doing it. I'm cool. No, I'm not going to the club with you and meet you at church Sunday morning. Nah, I'm cool. Oh, it's ladies' night? Wait a minute. Wait, they get in free? It's going to be wall to wall, treetop tall, ain't it? Nah, I can't go. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. We have an evil nature, and we got to stop ourselves from killing ourselves. So a lot of people search for certain churches that's going to preach them into heaven, regardless, which I understand. It's just like getting high, you know. If you get high and drunk, you definitely want to hear a message to make you feel better, too. Weed can make you feel better. Getting drunk, popping some pills make you feel better. Going to a church to where the music is off the hook. You ain't got, like you at a concert. You didn't even have to buy no tickets or nothing. You just got in free. You know what I mean? And then you got preached into heaven. Who don't want that? Heck, it's a concert. For as much then as the Messiah has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. If somebody disrespect you and you're not the type of person to accept that, but you allow it, you suffered. Believe that. Someone get in your face that you know you can take, man, I'll knock all your teeth out your doggone mouth. I'll tie you to my bumper and drag you. You understand me? And then get to the corner, throw it in reverse, and back up over you. Get out, check your pockets. take your little money and drive off. Cut you loose. Cut you loose and you weave. Cut you loose. I done tied your hair to the bar. I cut your hair to let you loose after I took your money and drove off. But when you suffer in the flesh, you don't do stuff like that no more. You don't. They could be your cup of tea. You will not sleep with them. Your cup of tea. Shh, they know how to keep it secret too, but you won't do it. And that hurts your flesh. Folks that's married know that they be attracted to other people. You want to play that role now? Don't play that. You got some good looking people running around here sexy and handsome as I don't know what. It's just the truth. But you don't do that no more. Those of you that can be honest. No more. You won't do that no more. Whatever your thing was that was wrong, you ain't gonna do it no. And you suffer not to do it. And you're not an alien. That doesn't mean you're not a child of the Most High because you get tempted. Or else the word would have never said, blessed is the man that endureth temptation. It's the fact that you're willing to tell yourself no. And when you tell yourself no, you're suffering in the flesh. That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of Yah. We switched agendas. We looking for truth. Not only for our own personal self, but we take the responsibility of the gospel that others may hear the word. It's time out for hearing the word for yourself. You won't even put share. Less known, support the ministry. Some folks rather give money thinking that they can buy y'all off and not show up physically. And some folks would rather show up physically, but you ain't going to get a dime out of me. But you got some folks that give time, give a dime, bust a rhyme. If there's a tree, they'll climb. They'll do whatever the heck they got to do, whatever you tell them to do. They'll lay down their life that somebody else might live. They'll live the example. They'll be the example. They will suffer. You can't cuss them out. Don't cuss them out, y'all. But you can, and they're not going to cuss you back out. You can try to get a little secret with them, and they ain't going to do it. You try to get them to stop assembling, and they're going to say, you lost your mind. I'm going to assemble. In fact, you should come with me. They're going to study to show themselves approved on the Yah, a workman that need not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. They're not going to get caught up in the gospel, and they're not gossip, and they're not going to hold grudges. If you did wrong them, next time you see them, they're not going to be looking at you crazy like they want to cut your throat. Because they know that if they do not forgive men their trespasses, neither will their Heavenly Father forgive them theirs. And they don't even have a heart like that no more. They're more ready to reconcile. If you caught me on a bad day and I acted in an unseemly way, they're ready to apologize and get it right because they're willing to suffer in the flesh. They willing to tell their evil nature no because they belong to the Most High and they got a call on their life. And their call is to be the light in these last dark days. To be the example. They don't look at the scripture being the head and not the tail. It's one being paid, not broke. Yeah, the tail is broke. I'm paid. I'm with the Most High. I'm the king's kid. All that old carnal stuff. They know that being the head is the example. The example. You can watch my life and get encouragement that Yah is real. And he changed lives. That's the head that the Most High is talking about, not money. You go to these prosperity lying churches, they'll tell you, you feel me, you the head. And they got their suit on with your money in their pocket. You supposed to be the head. How am I head? You got all my doggone money and you bought a plane with it and you got homeless people sitting up in here. Joker. Go on with that. That he no longer should live. I'm almost done, y'all. Real talk. Give me like 3 more minutes. Y'all say the same. That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but of the will of Yah. For the time past of our lives may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, reveling, banqueting, and abominable idolatries. The party went down. You hear me? You had on Prince pants with your butt cheeks out. Party like it's 1999. Plenty drank, lasciviousness, it was going down. Players ball, baby. In time past. We don't live like that no more. He called us out of the darkness into the marvelous light, wherein they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. You got religious folks that's supposed to be blown to him. Look at you crazy when you really stop sinning. They'll start making comments like, what, you think you too good? You're supposed to be saved. Yourself. You're the one invited me to church. Now that I'm living right, you going to tell me I think I'm too good? Come on, man. Wherein they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. Who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead? For this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to them, to men in the flesh, but live according to Yah in the spirit. In other words, the gospel was preached to the forefathers as well. And it's the same judgment for us that's alive. The same thing happened with them is happening with us. The word is still being preached. In Hebrews 4, it said the gospel that was preached, the same gospel that preached to us was preached to them, but it didn't profit them because it wasn't mixed with faith. So it's the same. Ain't nothing new under the sun. It's the same gospel. It's the same gospel being preached, but we got to mix it with faith. We got to obey. I'm gonna stop reading and just stop right there, right? No, I'm gonna read this one more verse, 7th verse, and then I'm gonna be done, right? But the end of all things is at hand. Did y'all hear that? But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. We're concluding that the days is super evil. I mean, it's terrible. You got to be real careful in the grocery store. Hey, they cold. Vaccination shots. You better not let them stick them needles in your kid. Hey, Hebrew kids, especially the boys, got an autism rate that's going through the roof because they doing it. They got stuff in certain neighborhoods in the water. They outdid themselves. They're so proud of themselves. They outdid themselves in Flint, Michigan. Oh boy, did they hit their water. They hit their water like what? But they hitting other water. They hitting more people than the Hebrews, but mainly y'all's children is getting it because they need to repent. They need to quit playing church. They need to find out who they are and stop playing church. Because if my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then he'll hear from heaven, he'll forgive our sins and heal their land. And we don't need to go back up under the law. Go on with all that, man. Get them tassels and them wardrobes. I'm not hating on the wardrobe, don't get me wrong, but ain't no salvation in it. It wasn't about that. All that had symbolism. It meant something. Don't go get a tabernacle. Don't start killing animals for your sins. All that was symbolism leading to the Mashiach. The Mashiach is the end of the law to them that believe. And we need to know that. And what we need to do is arm ourselves with the same level of suffering. In other words, die. Real talk. Go die. Go love somebody and don't take it away. Go be merciful. Go study to show yourself approved. Find a ministry that's real and go support it. Not only financially, but with your person. Yeah, with your person. Don't help them with Christmas now. I had to teach that for you to understand that. Those of you that understand that, leave that stuff alone. Those of you don't keep hanging out. We'll get to it. But those that understand, stay away from that paganism. Find a ministry and support it. 100%. 100. If it's preaching the truth, support it 100%. Because if you partake of a real ministry and you don't support it 100%, the Most High is going to deal with you. And that's the truth. And if you bless his work, he going to bless you. Let's get saved for real, y'all. If you don't suffer with him, you're not going to reign with him. And to do what he say is straight up suffering. Because I would have rather done this, but he told me to do that. I would rather go over here, but he told me to go over there. I'd rather say this, but he said, don't you say a word. Be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. If you don't suffer with him, you ain't going to live with him. Let's pray. Spirit of the Most High, we love you and thank you for this opportunity to come before you humbly as we know how. Praying that your word went forth with clarity, falling down the souls of your children, springing up an everlasting life. Continue to let your word chisel away the sin and reshape our hearts into a heart from stone to flesh, a moldable heart, that we be transformed by the renewing of our mind, that we may be able to prove that which is good and acceptable in your perfect will. We're the clay, you're the potter. Spin the wheel. Clean us up. Wash us with hyssop that we might be whiter than snow. Present us blameless before your presence, and we be careful to give you the praise and the honor, not only now, but forevermore. In the matchless name of Yahushua HaMashiach, we humbly pray. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And amen. I pray that you guys got something out of the word, and I really pray that we continue to grow together. Real talk, I really do. We need to, let's continue to make the adjustments, y'all. Me personally, I'm too old to be playing. I'm going to tell you straight, and I'm saying it for whoever listening, right? I'm not sneaking and sleeping with nobody. You understand that? If I'm going to sleep with you, I'm going to be happy to do it because you're going to be fine as heck, and I'm going to brag about it. Because if I'm going to go to hell, I ain't hiding and doing it. Too much sin I can be doing to be preaching and wasting my time playing this game. This is not a game. And if you the type of person that sit up in church living like the devil, you crazy. You are tripping for real. Why go to hell from the house? Just don't make no sense to me. I'm not saying go out there and just let it all hang out. I'm not saying that. I'm saying get saved. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying let him go and just go buck wild. But don't believe you're on your way to heaven when you're not. Don't believe that you're living like the devil and you're going to get heaven's reward. It don't work like that. But there are preachers and teachers and churches that will tell you that. And hopefully you don't find yourself there. Saying, preach! You better preach! You point a finger at me, you got 3 fingers pointed back, you better preach, pastor! I hope that don't happen to you. If the lesson blessed you, push share. If you're looking for a good ministry to support and you believe this is one, all you got to do is go to PayPal, put in DerrickMann5857 at Yahudah.com. That's DerrickMann 5857 at Yahudah.com. Or you can even give through Facebook if you like, if the Most High leads you to support the ministry. If you want to talk for a while, get in the word, we're on the conference line right now at 302-202-1102, extension 815648. Again, 302-202-1102, extension 815648. And if anyone needs to talk to me personally, all you got to do is inbox me on Facebook, and I shoot you my number, or you give me yours. Y'all be Baruch, because I pray with you. Ashley, you laughing at me? Love you, young lady. Continue to pray for me as I pray for you. Y'all be Baruch and Barak Shalom. I'm gone.